Hey Matthew, I didn't get around to trying the Popeye's chicken sandwich, dude. They closed. By the time I got there, they were closed. And so that bothered me, but it's cool. Today, I'm gonna eat it. When I really wanted to eat that thing, there's this podcast called the H3 podcast. I watch it every once in a while. That's a lie. I watch a lot of them. I'm actually a big fan of that show, if I'm being honest here. Do I agree with all the opinions? No, that's another story, but I really like it. Super entertaining, and I like that guy. Anyway, they were eating the Popeye's chicken sandwich on that show, and the genuine reaction was like, it's the best thing that ever entered the food world, So I gotta try this, obviously off your recommendation too, and then I'll report back. That's not even what we're talking about here today, though. We're talking about Reddit. Our conversation yesterday evolved into Matthew wanting a Reddit read. Said, I've been missing the Reddit reads. And yeah, other people have probably noticed. I've been bombarding everyone with wiki reads and now these articles. And definitely there were a bunch of people that signed up because of the Reddit stuff. I've been avoiding them because for one, there's a bunch of cursing in it that I'll have to edit out. I'm okay saying crap, shit, a-hole. Do I say asshole or a-hole? I don't know. I'm not going to be using F-bombs, and if I do, I bleep those out. And the reason that happens is because Reddit is infuriating, dude. If you actually, you know what I mean. That's ridiculous. I sound incredibly old right now saying that, but you know what I mean. It's easy to get heated reading Reddit, and as many of you know, that's why I stopped reading them in the very first place. This channel started on Reddit, hence the banner. If you look at the banner, that's why there's Reddit in the banner. Yeah, because it started that way. But at the root, this is supposed to be like an ASMR channel for sleep, right? So I found out it was difficult listening to myself on the Reddit reads to go to sleep. So I canned them. Enter Wikipedia, and that's when I started reading about Brad Pitt and Ryan Reynolds and all the celebrities, people that I wanted to learn about, because facts are cool too as you're drifting off to sleep. I really like listening to that also, and other people were on board with that too. But then I took a week off in winter, and I was like, hey, here's the old Reddit reads, because I deleted all the Reddit reads that started everything. And so I posted them, then people really liked them, then a bunch of people signed up, and now I'm at a crossroads. Do I continue the Reddit, or do I just go Wikipedia, keeping as a sleep purist? This is what I'm gonna do, because I don't care. Honestly, it's I care, but I don't care. I just want everyone to be happy. I'm gonna do everything. I'll do wiki reads, I'll do articles, I'll do Reddit, but there needs to be an agreement between us that I'm not expecting you to be able to fall asleep during a Reddit read. Alright, the Reddit read, I may as well just talk in my normal voice. But then that would be weird because the channel's called David Whispers, and now what are we doing here? So I am locked into this whisper thing, and I'm fine with that. Hey, I'll own it. I'll own the whisper thing. And the cool thing about that, if Neon is there, Neon will forever be known as the traffic cop. No, that's a stupid name. Anyway, there is a plane behind me right now, but I don't care, because if you're not supposed to be going to sleep during this video, then I can just talk through cars and planes. This is very freeing, if we're being honest. Now that I've talked ad nauseum, let's get to Reddit. I just want to do some Ask Reddit today. Alright, we'll go back into this easy, light, nice and easy. We're gonna stay away from life pro tips for right now, because you know how I get over life pro tips. Yeah, let's go. This is gonna be good. Ask Reddit. Let's start with something posted by Leon2778. 2100 upvotes. Americans of Reddit. What's a good thing about living in America? Okay, so as usual, let's take a couple of seconds, see if you can think of that, and then we'll click on it. Americans of Reddit, what's a good thing about living in America? What am I gonna say? See, you can only do this really if you have a comparison for what it's like to not live in America, right? And I've only lived in America. I mean, I've visited Europe, and and when I say Europe, I mean like I visited, what was our trip? We started in Amsterdam, and from Amsterdam, not Switzerland, we went to, dude, I'm gonna say maybe Bavaria, Black Mountains, went to Salzburg, Austria, Rome, Switzerland, Munich. Dude, we went a lot of places. And when I say I've been to Europe, I went to a lot of places in Europe, and all of them very, 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 very cool. I've talked about my love of Switzerland and Venice in other videos, but I don't really know what the comparison is. Like, I don't know what it is to live there, so who knows? What's a good thing about... Dude, I don't know. That's my answer, is I don't know how to answer this. Let me see what other people say. What did you come up with? Leave in the comments. Ghosts Go Boo says, I like the diversity of the landscape and natural world. I've been to mountains and deserts and mountains and in deserts. Been to the ocean with a sandy beach, to lakes with sandy beaches, to lakes with rocky beaches. Been to the woods and to forests. I've seen so many different native plants, all kinds of animals and bugs. It's pretty damn cool. Okay, so they're not talking about political or like... Okay, that's cool. I like that. They went with nature. They went with the visual of what it's like to actually live here physically, not have to deal with the mental rigors of politics or anything. I dig that. Ghosts Go Boo. You get an upvote. Click you. Oh, what is that name, dude? Any plays Fates. Anya. Okay, so that's your name. Anya plays Fates. There we go. 2 hours ago. Not American, but I've lived in the US for 15 years as an outsider. Closets. I love all the built-in closets. I was never a wardrobe fan. Closets. Closets. Hey, Neon, if you're telling me you didn't hear that in your headphones right there, I don't know what to say. I gotta say, your headphones are not high fidelity if you're not hearing that right now. Closets. Dude, I can't. Oh, actually, I'll say this. Oh, you know what I like about America, actually? Okay, here, this is what I'll say, because if we're talking about living, I don't know, like I said, I don't know what it's like to live over there, but I know what it's like to be in hotels and stuff over there. In Europe, that is, versus hotels over here. In Rome, specifically, I remember there was this really weird instance where we checked into what was supposed to be a super nice hotel, and it was, like, architecturally, it was okay. I don't want to say the name because it's going to sound like I'm trashing it, and I am, but there was no fucking shower inside the hotel room, and I'm out of breath now. There was no shower inside the hotel room. We had to use a communal shower, and it was, like, not cheap. What's going on with that? Is that a normal thing? Or were they, like, just swindling us? Yeah, I remember using different bathrooms in, like, different hallways, but there wasn't actually... Wait, was there even a bathroom? Dude, I don't think there was a bathroom, not just a shower. I don't think there was a toilet in the room. It was like a shared bathroom. In complete fairness, I did stay at a hotel in Yosemite, in California, in the US, and that didn't have a bathroom either. I had to actually use the toilet down the hall, and then the shower was a different place also. And also, in fairness, however, I complained about that too and ruined everyone's time that was on that trip. So there's that. I apologize. Separate laundry areas. I don't know what they mean by that. That most housing is detached. On the one hand, it does mean a huge reliance on cars. On the other hand, I never ever hear my neighbors. Accessibility of public toilets is a heck of a lot better than any other country I have visited. Yeah, during the day I can usually rely on finding a Target or Starbucks or something. Even if I have to buy something to use it, they're easier to find than in Europe. That's amazing. Oh my god, I know what I'm gonna say. Dude, I know exactly what I'm gonna say. I know the answer to this question for me, and here, challenge it. I want to see if you can come up with a better one. The casual way everyone dresses, my fashion conscious friend is appalled, but especially as a parent, I appreciate that I can dash out in my PJs if I really, really need to. Convenience. Every time I visit my family now, I forget that not all shops are open until 9 or 10 p.m. I also live in Washington State and currently and have developed a deep love for all the coffee stands around here. Okay, so a lot of what this person said contributes to what I think what's a good reason to be in America, or what America does better than other places. I'm gonna sound like a huge asshole here, but by the way, I speak from experience, so it is what it is. Being homeless here is, in my estimation, better than other countries, depending on the city you're in. I personally don't think I would choose to live in Portland, for example, or the Northwest, because of the climate. It's not conducive enough. The outside, it's too difficult to not traverse, but withstand the elements. So that, but like if you're talking Miami, LA, there are some places in the US, and teamed with all of the things that this person just said, that Anya Plays Fates just said, everything is always opened. So in order to do the homeless quote, and by the way, this is pseudo homeless, assuming not mental illness, assuming not something debilitating that completely takes away your ability to function like a quote normal person, you're gonna have your gym membership at, dude, pick a 24-hour gym somewhere. A lot of them are gonna have incredible amenities. When I was doing the homeless thing at one point, just to tell you my story, and I'll get into it at a later time. Also, I've done a lot of shit in my life, and sometimes on my own will, sometimes not. I've ended up living outside, as homeless people actually call it, at least the ones that I've met. It's not called homeless, you just live outside, for starters, okay? Second, in the LA area, there are some incredible gyms. Now, a lot of people are homeless for different reasons. In my case, I was literally homeless outside, but I had a bunch of money, a fair amount of money in my bank account. And so I could afford a really nice gym, and I wound up going to a gym that had like all the accoutrement, the showers with body gel, conditioner, shampoo, fresh big white fluffy towels. Man, if I actually say this, people are probably gonna it's gonna give away where I actually was, because I still have a membership there. A jacuzzi with vines that hung off of it, indoor heated pools. It was like, I don't know, 60 bucks a month or something like that. Very private, but it was cool because it kind of keeps the rascals out. But little did they know I was the rascal, right? So anyway, there are so many different fitness clubs that you can go to, and I mean, this is gonna sound weird, but the people know what's up at the place. It's not like you're being covert about it necessarily. They're like, okay, this guy only comes in 2 times a day to take a shower. He's off. That's what he's doing. What other thing would necessitate that? As long as you're clean and everything, though, it's cool. Go in, you can do that kind of thing. The 24-hour, hey, let's not even talk about the actual amount of time supermarkets are open here, because that alone is amazing. The fact that there's like a 24-hour Ralph's or Kroger's or Vaughn's or Albertsons, whatever you have. The idea of a supermarket like that alone is mind-blowing to most of the world, and I don't know if people understand that. You go to Europe, and at least in my experience when we were going there, the more common thing would be like an Aldi size or Trader Joe's size store. What are the other ones? I'll watch Matt Does Fitness every once in a while, and he's always going in there. I forgot what the British stores are, but from what I've seen, the size comparatively between American supermarkets and European supermarkets, it's like 3 or 4x. And I've heard other Europeans actually comment on that as well, as the size of our supermarkets are gargantuan. And if there's big ones over there too, cool, I would love to hear about them. But all I'm getting at is supermarkets are absolutely incredible when you're down and out, because like the big ones, like Ralph's, if you're going for manager specials, you'll get big loaves of fresh baked bread for $1, like a $5 loaf that expires today, so they gotta offload it for $1. You go do the same stuff, find the manager specials and the turkey and get your meats and whatnot, and you can have a bitchin' what would be like a $10 to $15 sandwich in your car for $2. Oh man, those were good times. It sounds so weird for me to say that, and I should be really like sensitive about it also, but so I don't mean to offend anyone, but all I'm saying is, when I was down on my luck and I had to live outside for a while, talking about to the tune of like 3 months. All right, I was living outside. 1 month was with a van, and then 2 months was without a van. And during all those times, the things that really got me going, that kept me alive, really, are the gyms and the supermarkets. And yeah, like Anya Plays Fates here says, all of the restrooms, that's like crucial. You know, Starbucks, the supermarkets, the gas stations, you'll always find a restroom, and public restrooms in general that are very, very cool. Oh, but there's that other thing with the restaurants. While we're comparing countries here, people always complain about the giant cracks in the stall doors here at the bathrooms. And yeah, perverts make those doors, right? Listen, I work in aerospace and auto. I work in manufacturing where we deal with tight tolerances. I'm very aware of spatial navigation. What's it called? Space reservation and tolerance. It's when you're dealing with very small spaces in assembly and manufacturing. It's time to call complete bullshit on the width of openings in stall doors. Perverts are engineering them. Bottom line, period, end of report. There's no reason to have gaps in doors that are meant to obscure a person from shitting. Zero reason. Hear me now. There's zero reason for it. Why do we still have them? So that's something that sucks about America. But yeah, being homeless here is actually manageable from my experience, and I don't know if that's the case over there. Well, we just spent a really, really long time on that. Let's move on to another one. Sorry. Posted by Thomas the Llama 20 hours ago. Wow, 31,000 upvotes. Let's do it. Americans of Reddit, without saying its name. It's a very America-centric theme this time, huh? Americans of Reddit, without saying its name. What state do you live in? I mean, are you allowed to just say a city? Dude, Hollywood. What are we talking about right now? Movie stars. Without saying its name. Okay, whatever. What? Kansas. What is this? Kansas, root negative Kansas. Is that a math joke? I don't get. It's a math joke. I don't get. Fill it up regular cash, please. New Jersey. Yeah, I don't get that either. I'm over this one. Sorry about that. Posted by Brewski1600 with 307 upvotes. What do you call a guy who is nice now that the phrase nice guy has been completely ruined? I'm not going to click on that because I don't even agree that the term nice guy has been completely ruined. I think you're just in your Reddit echo chamber right now. 333 upvotes by Cool Dude 36. What is the thing that should be legalized? I saw this earlier and I thought about it for just a second. Dude, I don't really care. Legalize everything except murder and stealing, and I think we're good. And rape. Rape is pretty bad. That's up there with like murder. Hey dude, just illegalize all the actual bad shit that people know is bad and then legalize everything else. We know what's going on here, right? Nah, most people are stupid. What am I talking about? Dennis Reynolds, 123, good name. Handling salmon suspiciously. What? Right Door 191 says sleeping in your car in a parking spot for an extended period of time. What are they expecting? People who are sleepy to be out driving? Amen, dude. That's exactly part of the things that I had to contend with when I was doing the van thing. That's 100% a thing that should be within reason. You can't just like stay there. You should be allowed to stay somewhere overnight for 8 hours to get your full 8 hours of sleep. That's it. You shouldn't be allowed to straight up make Homestead the parking lot and put all your shit there. No, dude. We're not going to turn this into a Mad Max world. There has to be a give and take. If you're going to go homeless, or if you're going to live outside, there has to be a blend where there's an element of respect. You know what I'm talking about. In fact, I'm continuing with the other person. In fact, just the crime of loitering and sleeping anywhere in public. I understand if a guy is sleeping somewhere inconvenient that he should move, but seriously, if a guy is just napping in the middle of a park, leave them alone. Absolutely. Those laws only exist because we have a chronic hatred of the homeless, and punishing them with pinpricks is a lot easier than giving them a place to live. Old Opinion 4547 says, according to my sister who traveled around the US with her late boyfriend and lived out of their car, it is perfectly acceptable to park and sleep in most Walmart parking lots. Yes, Walmart is the shit, and because they allow that, because Walmart allows you to sleep there, I am okay with them. I don't care about any of the propaganda, the big town, small town things or whatever. When I think Walmart, I literally think of sleep oasis. I think of a place that is safe, a safe place for me to recharge my batteries and be healthy so that I can actually live. Do you realize that's what Walmart is? Do you guys realize even though, yeah, it's one of the biggest retail outlets in the entire world, it is also the biggest safe place to sleep place in the entire world also. It's crazy to me. I loved sleeping there knowing nobody was going to wake me up, dude, this one time. And this isn't like their fault or anything. It's just like a story that relates. I found this, here, I'll actually tell you for people that are familiar with the area, the Los Angeles Woodland Hills area. This one time I was sleeping at the in the parking lot, the Ralph's parking lot at Topanga in Ventura. It's popular enough. It's famous enough. And it was like I heard this knock on my window. Dot, 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 dot. It was actually on the CVS side. I think CVS is still there. CVS, Starbucks, there's a Subway and everything. And so I got really good sleep, and I heard boom, 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 like a big knock on my window. I'm like, what the hell? And I would sleep in my boxers, so it was weird for whoever was knocking on the window to just like see a half-naked man answer. I was like, what's going on? And I look around the entire, for those of you that are here, you know how big that parking lot is. The entire parking lot was empty, and I was the only asshole there, and they had blocked off everything for painting, and there were notices that had been there like days prior leading up to the time, and I was literally the only person out of all of the hundreds and hundreds of spots that were there right smack in the middle of it, and so I had to put my pants on and drive away. True story. Okay, so yeah, Walmart is awesome. Hey, here we go. Here's another one. I like this. We got a homeless theme. Resident opening 508. I was homeless for a couple of years, and for part of it I lived in a car. My go-to place to sleep at night was any Walmart parking lot near me. I never got bothered by anyone. Dude, I feel like I should put hashtag Walmart in the subject line. And you know what, I want to leave that on this. I'm going to do one more because I think this one is going like longer than I expected to, because I talked so much about the stuff at the beginning. Checking OBS really quick, 29 minutes. One more and then I'm going to close it, and then we'll move on to something else. If you had your own clone, what's the very first thing you would do with it? If I had my own clone, what's the very first thing that I would do with it? Did I make it? What can it do? Does it do everything that I do? I don't know, man. I don't think I want another clone of me. It would be weird. I have a hard enough time dealing with people that are like me. You know what I mean? Hey, do you guys get along with people that are like you? I think that is how it works, but when a person is like too close to you, it's like meeting your clone is kind of weird. There's this instinctive like Highlander thing. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, this world ain't big enough for the two of us. Literally, like, I know there can be only one for that. I'm just trying to explain what it is for other people that haven't seen Highlander. Let's see what other people say. I wouldn't like it. I don't think I would like having a clone, honestly. Let's go down here. Random Guy 47 says, I like how everyone is assuming the clone would be an obedient slave. That's right, dude. I'd send it to work for me while I enjoy myself, in quotes. Okay, but what if the clone had the same idea and wants to send you to work? That's exactly what I'm talking about, but here's the thing. I wouldn't do that to my clone, and for that very reason, my clone wouldn't do that to me. All we would do, because it depends on the circumstance, do we have to talk to each other? I'll tell you what my clone would be doing, and I'll tell you what I would be doing. Trying to avoid each other. That's what I want to do with my clone, is avoid that guy. And when we have to like finally be like, oh, this is awkward. Okay, we gotta call that good. I gotta wrap it up because it's Friday and the traffic is starting to drown me out. It's just getting too goddamn loud. So that's that. It's LA. The 101 is literally right over there. So it's gonna be loud. And I we'll actually do another video later. We gotta do Chick-fil-A. I gotta get my Popeye's chicken sandwich, but Chick-fil-A was the winner of the big poll, so gotta do a Chick-fil-A read, gotta do a Batman read, some kind of Batman read for Eric Santos, the dude that had the idea to do that food poll in the first place. Shout out Eric. And I'm probably, by the way, going to just do a straight up reading on the Batman. It'll be a wiki read of the new one, the Robert Pattinson one, the Batman. I haven't seen it yet though, so I'm gonna go see that, I think tonight. I think I'll hit up the Cineopolis in Westlake Village, the fancy one, have a nice little cappuccino while I watch it. And so after I see it, I won't say that, yeah, because there's going to be spoilers in it. If you've listened to any of the Wikipedia movie reads, you know the plot, it's not just the plot, it's the beginning, middle, end. They tell you everything. So I'll put a big spoiler sticker on the thumbnail, but this is just a warning. Don't listen to the Batman Wikipedia read I put out sometime over the next 2 weeks if you haven't seen it and if you don't want spoilers, because they're going to be in there. We're going to go over the whole thing. I'm good. I got to get back to work. I'm doing this on my lunch break. Like and subscribe. Help the algorithm, and I'll talk to you guys in the comments here in a second. Bye-bye.